गुड मॉर्निंग डैलस और गुड इवनिंग इंडिया बोलते हुए आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट, आपका आरजे, आपका आर के राजीव कुलकर्णी फिर एक बार आपको भारत अन्वेषण में स्वागत करते हुए। आज का दिन है मई 21, 2023। सुबह अभी 10:30 का टाइम है डैलस में, वैसे 9 PM इंडिया में है। तो आपको भारत अन्वेषण में स्वागत है। भारत अन्वेषण का उद्देश्य क्या है? मेनली ब्रिंगिंग द भारत के जो भी लोग हैं उनको इस प्लेटफॉर्म में लेके आके आपकी तरफ पहुंचाने का ये एक हमारा छोटा सा प्रयत्न है, मैं बोल सकता हूं। मेरा नाम राजीव कुलकर्णी है। आज हमारे साथ है बहुत ही होनहार दो ब्यूटीफुल लेडीज है जिनके बारे में हम बात करेंगे। वो क्या करते हैं, उनका मकसद क्या है, उनके स्कूल के बारे में क्या विचार है, ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है। हम लोग सब जब इंसान जब पैदा होता है, बच्चे जब बड़े होने लगते हैं कि एक माँ बाप का एक प्रयत्न होता है, एक अपना उनका एक डिजायर होता है, उनका एक सपना होता है कि भाई बच्चे को अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाई लिखाई करा के अच्छे मतलब स्कूल में दाखिल करके उनको एक बड़ा अच्छा सा नागरिक बनाने का एक प्रयत्न होता है। उसके लिए एक अर्ली चाइल्ड एजुकेशन का बहुत जरूरी है और वो चाइल्ड एजुकेशन के बारे में आज हम बात करेंगे, लेकिन थोड़ा सा समय के बाद, क्योंकि हर भानुवार को, हर इतवार को हम लोग एक भगवान को याद किए बिना ये कार्यक्रम हम शुरू नहीं करते हैं। आज फिर से हम भगवान को याद करेंगे, उसके बाद हमारा ये जर्नी स्टार्ट होएगा, भारत अन्वेषण। चलिए, आप सबको स्वागत करता हुआ आपका दोस्त राजीव कुलकर्णी फिर एक बार। हे मालिक तेरे बंदे हम, भगवान के याद किए बिना हमेशा कोई भी काम करो तो बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है। इसीलिए हम लोग हमेशा भगवान को थोड़ा सा याद करते हैं ताकि हमारा ये कार्यक्रम अच्छी तरह से चले। चलिए, ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लेते हुए आपको बता दूं कि आज का विशेषता क्या है। और बिफोर दैट लेट मी ऑल्सो टेल यू व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ भारत अन्वेषण। भारत अन्वेषण इज बेसिकली मेंट टू एक्सप्लोर इंडिया। हम लोग बड़े बड़े चीज़ों को एक्सप्लोर नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग बड़े यूनिक लोगों के बारे में, यूनिक इंस्टीट्यूशन के बारे में, या यूनिक पर्सनालिटी है, या क्यूजीन है, या जगह हो सकती है, तो उनके बारे में हम लोग एक्सप्लोर करते हैं, उनके बारे में अन्वेषण करते हैं ताकि आप तक पहुंचाए। इसीलिए सबसे पहले मैं आपको बहुत मतलब धन्यवाद बोलना चाहता हूँ, बिकॉज इफ यू आर नॉट देयर, इफ यू डोंट सपोर्ट, हमारे गेस्ट लोगों को बहुत ही निराश हो जाएगा। बिकॉज द मोर द मेरियर, जैसे हम लोग इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं, ज़्यादा अगर सब्सक्राइबर्स रहेंगे, ज़्यादा व्यूअर्स हो जाएंगे, अगर ज़्यादा व्यूअर्स है तो हमारे गेस्ट लोगों को बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा। और सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत धन्यवाद। उसके बाद हमारे सपोर्टर्स के बिना कोई भी कार्यक्रम करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है आज के दिन में, और डेफिनेटली उनको बहुत तहे दिल से मैं धन्यवाद बोलना चाहता हूँ। देन थर्ड एंड द लीस्ट, नॉट बट द लीस्ट बोलते हैं, जैसे मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, हमारे सब A&V पर्सपेक्टिव जो स्ट्रीमिंग कंपनी है, जो बेंगलोर में बैठे हैं, संदीप सदानंदप्पा इज ए ग्रेट हेल्प ऑलवेज टू रन माई शोज। अगर संदीप है तो मैं बड़ा निश्चिंत होकर अपना कार्यक्रम करता हूँ, अगर संदीप नहीं है तो थोड़ा सा नर्वस होता है, क्योंकि मेरे को टेक्निकली ये भी संभालना पड़ेगा और बोलना भी पड़ता है और इंटरव्यू भी करना पड़ता है। बट एनीवे, थैंक यू ऑल, गॉड इज देयर, इसीलिए हम भगवान को याद करते हैं। चलिए कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे, लेकिन उसके पहले छोटा सा एक क्लिपिंग देखेंगे। ALCA, दैट इज लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी का थोड़ा छोटा सा क्लिपिंग। आपने देखा कितने क्यूट बच्चे जो है वो ब्लॉग्स बनाने में लगे हुए हैं, कुछ सीखने में लगे हुए हैं। ये है लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी का छोटा सा क्लिपिंग। लेकिन इनके पीछे कौन वो दो महिलाएं हैं जो एक लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी ने स्टार्ट किया है, उनके बारे में जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है। वन इज एन इंजीनियर and by training, and full-time mother also with two wonderful boys, and she's a school teacher, passionate in her childhood education by choice. And the other one is उनका बैकग्राउंड ही एजुकेशन में भरा पड़ा है, एंड हर फादर और उनके जो फैमिली के बारे में बताऊं तो बहुत ही लंबा चौड़ा हिस्ट्री है एजुकेशन के बारे में। एंड विद दीज टू कॉम्बो, मतलब इतना जबरदस्त कॉम्बो है कि एक अपना ब्रेन चलाते हैं, एक एजुकेशन है, एक अपना टीचिंग में लगे हुए हैं, और एक अपने फैमिली में इतने एजुकेशन के बैकग्राउंड लेके 50 साल से भी ऊपर, दैट इज 50 years एंड बियॉन्ड एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड लेके आए हैं। उन दोनों ने मिलके ये अर्ली चाइल्डहुड एजुकेशन वाला स्कूल हमारे डैलस में, एक प्लेनो करके एक जगह है, वहाँ पे खोला है। इट्स कॉल्ड लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी। उनका नाम है Chaitra, Sridhar and Veena. So Veena and Chaitra, welcome to Bharat Anveshan program. Good morning to you. How are you both doing this morning?
Good morning. This is Veena. Good morning, Rajesh. This is Chaitra.
Chaitra.
Both are doing great.
Great. Excellent. So very happy to have you both here. I know that right now it is the season now for you guys, because the summer is kicking in, and the summer camps are going to kick in as well. And being in the service of learning, early child education, I think it will be definitely a busy season for you people, and also busy session. First of all, thank you for joining this early morning of Sunday, because it's not easy to, wake up so early and get ready and be for the show. Thank you very much for that. And just tell me, something about you guys. Let's start with Chaitra, your background, where you come from, and something about you personally, that you're originally from what part of India, and just to let our viewers know about you, and also then we'll go to Veena as well.
Okay. Thanks, Rajiv. As you mentioned in my profile, I also come from a family of teachers, both on my mom and dad's side. And then my mom also founded a school back in India in 1988, and she ran for 20 years.
Wow.
It was from kindergarten through 7th grade. And she opened the school in memory of my grandfather, C.D. Govindra, who was English professor in Mysore University.
Okay.
And he was also a gold medal winner, the first gold medal winner in Mysore University for his English literature. So
Very nice. Very nice.
the two generations of wonderful teachers in my family kind of inspired me to become one. And then when I came in to US, I became in 2004, and
Okay.
when my first son was born in 2007, and when he started preschool, I started kind of subbing in his preschool, which kind of made me realize that was in me, that early education was by a choice. I really enjoyed being with kids, and the time which I spent with kids was so much, knowledgeable even for me. So
Right.
we could learn so much from these little kids, and I could see the transformation, what they could do in 1 or 2 years when they are in preschool. So I felt that it was like really, that's my passion, is what kind of I figured out.
Very
And
nice.
that's what led when Miss Veena and Arvind, they approached me and my husband Sridhar, asking like how would you like it, like if we partner, and since, as you said, her background was in education, it kind of happened, and that's how the journey in learning
Began.
started.
Okay, so Veena, you come from what part of India?
I come from Hassan, which is about 4 hours from Bangalore, the capital city.
Okay, Hassan,
And,
yes.
my dad is an educator himself, and ever since I'm born, I'm in the school atmosphere. So, the back in India, we have 2 schools called Ramakrishna Vidyalaya and
Okay.
another English medium school, which has been running for 65 plus years.
Wow, wow.
So, and when I came to US in 1997, even I'm an engineer by my bachelor's is in engineering.
Wow.
And then I started working in different areas. I became a teller in the bank, and then I realized, hey, you know what, it's my passion. So that's what I want to get into. So
Sure.
that's why I got into my master's program, and I did my master's in education, and I'm a certified teacher here in Texas. I can teach
Excellent.
EP to 8. And in 2018, I got to know Chaitra a little more closer. And we had a lot of commonalities, as she came from the school background
School
as well.
background. Yeah.
And in 2019, when this business came on sale, I was like, you know what, the best person to reach out is Chaitra, knowing her background, knowing her passion. She is also not only doing Learning Cube, but she's also teaching Kannada for 14, 15 years now. So with that passion, I thought, okay, she may be committed to continue our journey here in Learning Cube. And that is how we founded Learning Cube Academy.
Excellent, excellent. दर्शकों को बता दूं, चैत्रा और वीणा, they are both are from कर्नाटका. वो कन्नड़ा लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं, तो इसीलिए उनके साथ वार्तालाप जो रहेगी ज्यादातर इंग्लिश में रहेगी, बिकॉज दे आर मोर कंफर्टेबल इन कन्वर्सिंग इन इंग्लिश. लेकिन कन्नड़ा के दर्शकों को ये बता दूं जो हिंदी समझते हैं कि एक उनका कन्नड़ा प्रोग्राम भी रहेगा जो हम लोग कन्नड़ा में बात करेंगे, तो उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा सा इंतजार करना पड़ेगा 1-2 महीने. तो उनको लेके फिर आने वाला हूँ अपने कन्नड़ा वाणी कार्यक्रम में. Okay, continuing. You both are childhood friends, or you became friends after coming to Texas?
No, we are not childhood friends.
Okay,
We
okay.
met here in Dallas.
In Dallas, okay.
Yeah, but then we found a connection that what we had in childhood was, I mean, as I said, my granddad was an English professor and he had written like grammar books,
Okay.
which, I mean, basically used for translation for kids to learn better the English grammar,
Right.
easy way. So English to Kannada. And their school, her dad, I mean, made sure that they used it. And her dad was the
Without
student.
knowing.
Yeah.
We've been using that book for ages. And
Oh,
then
okay.
my dad is his granddad's student.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that we figured out later. Thanks
Later.
to a friend here, one Purnima here. So
Yeah.
she showed us because in my granddad's book, her dad had written
Forward.
a forward.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that made us really, I mean, we came to know this way after we both started the Learning Cube journey, but then in a way we were connected, but we didn't know.
Wow. See, that is how it brings, when you have the commonality and when you have someone in the same kind of field, then I mean, we call it a small world always, right? You come and you get along with some people, you bump into some people who are in the same field or who have same interests. And that's incredible that, the other lady who happened to read out all these things and then, your grandfather's forward, all those things falling in place with Chaitra and wow, that's incredible, getting together. I mean, what else best can be, being partners, right? I mean, knowing all the background and this is the best thing to happen, I guess, So both of you being engineers, right? And so you did not use that engineering so-called degree in your lifestyle or in your professional life as such? Like, did you use, like, I don't know which engineering you did, electronics or telecom or whatever, or computer science. Did you work in that field by any chance, or you just got into the teaching mode always?
I did try a couple of years before moving. I mean, just after I graduated, I started working in the engineering field.
Okay.
And then I got married and I came here. And I was exploring software engineering. So it's kind of, I got all the trainings, but still I was teaching in the institution where I got trained.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Good.
and then I said, you know what, that's very hectic. So let me move on. And I did customer service. I did work as a teller in a bank here. And
Right.
that's when I realized, you know what, none of the other things will stick. So
Yeah.
let me just get back to teaching.
Teaching.
So
Okay.
that is how I started my journey.
So when you started teaching, both of you, I mean, do you have to do a lot of like, have you seen the movie called Tare Zameen Par?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amir Khan's, right? So he does a lot of acting, like a joker, jumping, and to keep the kids happy and, joking around and comic and all. So when you took up this teaching thing, do you have to do all this? Or when you started this Learning Cube Academy, you know what I mean? I will wait for the answer after we go through this beautiful song. Then
చకలోరం గండో వండో లకరకటం అక్కో టక్కో ఇడిగిడి గిడిగో ఇడిపాయ్ విడిపాయ్ చికి చకచో గిలిగిలిమల్ సులుసులుమల్ మకనక హుకుబుకురే టుకుబుకురే చకలక బిక్కో చిక్కో సిలి సిలి సిలిగో బగడదుం జగడదుం చికి చకచో देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई हे देखो देखो क्या वो पेड़ है चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई बारिश है या आसमान ने
छोड़ दिए हैं नल खुले कहीं। हाँ हम जैसे देखे ये जहां है वैसा ही, जैसी नजर अपनी खुल के सोचे आओ, पंख जरा फैलाओ, रंग नए बिखराओ, चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले। सापा धारे गारे गामा पासा बम 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 बोले बम चिक बोले और मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे, बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे। भला मछलियां भी क्यों उड़ती नहीं, ऐसे भी सोचो ना, सोचो सूरज रोज नहाए या बाल भिगो के ये बुद्धू बनाए, हमें ये सारे तारे टिमटिमाए या फिर गुस्से में कुछ बड़बड़ाते रहे। खुल के सोचे आओ, पंख जरा फैलाओ, रंग नए बिखराओ, चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले। बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे।
और रट रट के क्यों टैंकर फुल, आंखें बंद तो डब्बा गुल, ओए बंद दरवाजे खोल रे, हो जा बिंदास बोल रे, मैं भी हूँ तू भी है, ओ मैं भी तू भी, हम सब मिलके बम चिक बम 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 बम।
ऐसी रंगों भरी अपनी दुनिया है क्यों, सोचो तो सोचो ना, प्यार से चुन के इन रंगों को किसी ने सजाया, ये संसार है जो इतनी सुंदर है अपनी दुनिया, ऊपर वाला क्या कोई कलाकार है। खुल के सोचे आओ, पंख जरा फैलाओ, रंग नए बिखराओ, चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले। बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे, बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे, बम बम बोले मस्ती में डोले, बम बम बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे।
So the question comes back to Chaitra and Veena. So दर्शकों को बताऊं, ब्रेक के पहले मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा था चैत्रा एंड वीणा को कि भाई ये भी ऐसे थोड़ा सर्कस और ये कॉमिक वाला नाटक वगैरह इनको करना पड़ता है क्या, when they took up this teaching position, और when they started this learning cube academy, इन्होंने अपना स्कूल स्टार्ट किया, तो ये छोटे बच्चों के साथ do you have to do all this or did you start like this?
No, what happens is the learning styles for the kids are very different. So
Yeah.
you have to captivate their attention very quickly. So
Correct.
we do everything and anything to captivate their attention. So sometimes if we have to be magical, we do magic. Sometimes stories. Sometimes we have to be jokers. Sometimes
Jokers.
we take multiple roles as teachers in order to captivate their attention.
Absolutely.
And what works best for them is the best thing that we can do, because that is what they carry it
Yes.
I mean, the fun that they have in learning is what makes it exciting for them to come back to school.
Excellent. Excellent.
We not only do this in person, we opened our school in a very, very critical time frame. We opened our school in 2020 January, and then March is when the COVID hit. And Ms. Chaitra will elaborate more on that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it was, I mean, we opened in Jan, as she said, and March when the COVID thing happened, we just thought it was a week off, then a month, then it kind of continued. So we didn't know what to do. So we just started the virtual way of teaching, and we developed a complete virtual curriculum for preschool kids, which was like amazing. It worked out great. And as you said, it was on screen, and their kids were like ages between 2 and 5, actually. Even 2-year-old, we had a classroom, and we had a teacher who could engage them virtually for half an hour by doing all this. Whatever you saw in the song, she had puppets, she had visuals, she had songs, she had videos, and she could engage. So I'm just giving an example how our teachers are so dedicated, and they love what they're doing. So we carry the same kind of curriculum happens in our in-person classes also. So each, as Ms. Veena said, each child is different. The way they learn is different. Some kid might be like just a visual learner. They have to see that to learn. You cannot just teach them 2 + 2 is 4. You give them something where like they can hold it, count it. So I mean, that's how definitely our teaching methods change as for each child.
Okay, so that brings me a question. How do you find this education, early education, right? Methodology is different here than back in India. I mean, of course, I'm not like holding it that, this is the best or that is the best or anything like that. Just for, the people to understand how different it is, like, because you have experience of both sides of the world. And
So what I would say is, in a traditional way in India, it is more like Gurukula system, the teacher being the head and the students are like, I mean, even today there are many schools which are still having that teacher and, rows of classroom benches and things like that. Things have changed over a period of time, even in India. But what has happened, but it is very different here. One is the group size is very small. You get more hands-on experience, and it is very informal. The teacher and a child interaction is like, if you have to if the child can come in and say, "Hey, Miss Veena, what did you eat for breakfast?" But that is not very true in India now. Slowly, gradually, things are changing even in India, but not to the extent that you can explore here. Here, we look at as the whole child development, and we give
that
the liberty and experience. We want to make it very exciting for the kids to learn. Whereas it is more like, okay, this is the set curriculum. By the end of this year, you should have mastered A to Z. So there is more pressure of what is taught, and here it is more learn through play,
hands-on experience kind of thing.
Learn through play, and we incorporate multiple activities. It could be sit and read, it could be doing things, it could be exploring something. So it's kind of, we encourage all different activities over here.
Okay, having said that, दर्शकों को एक छोटा सा क्लिपिंग दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि when they say that it is the hands-on experience या learning through play, और या तो कोई practically आके उनको समझाए और different activities के बारे में. Let's have a look at one of the clipping.
We have our 6 NASA astronauts in the space shuttle blasting off to moon. We're going to do a quick countdown. Here we go. Okay, here's the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Woo! Our 6 astronauts are now walking on the moon, and And we have Neil Armstrong here with us with the American flag. Ooh, nice job, guys. How does it feel walking on the moon? Is it wobbly?
Yeah.
Can you walk faster?
No.
No.
So what experiment is it, Emma? Milky Way. Since we look,
guys?
what is it? It's our galaxy.
Why do you think it's called Milky Way? Why do you think it's called Milky Way?
Because it's a galaxy.
It looks, when you look at a clear sky,
It
night
looks
sky.
like someone spilled milk.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at the galaxy.
Let's see.
Look at the galaxy. It looks like
Ah! Whoa!
Spirally, right?
Look how it's going. It looks exactly like the Milky Way.
Right? We have different light colors. Look at that. So when you look at, with using a telescope, you look far away. This is how it looks like. It's in like, it looks like a spiral.
Awesome job, guys.
No, I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Awesome job. Thank you, guys.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. Then and the best part I liked is walking on the moon. That kids are all just
We
going.
go to Space Week for them.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
rather than just showing some videos on YouTube or reading,
Yeah.
sometimes when they act it out, it makes a huge difference. I mean,
It
they
does.
learn. So, I mean, when they say that walking on moon, they can't do it fast, that's how they learn. So how the space is, they don't have to really go deep into it, but just that the fact that how the spaceship works, how they have to blast off going in that, and then, I mean, as we mentioned earlier, every teacher here in LCA is very passionate. They come up with like different plans and they check with us, like, can we do this? Can we do that? So just to make it fun for kids, and as we were talking before about the difference in India and here, we want to make it more and more interactive, more and more fun for them to learn. They shouldn't just feel that whatever the learning topic or concept is hard for them. They shouldn't ever feel that. Even like simple math, simple ABCs, if they're not getting how to write, we use so many technology, like so many methods to make them trace. It's just not just the chalk. We do like salt,
Right.
Play-Doh, anything, whatever.
Right.
You never know what clicks for each child.
Absolutely. That's very, very well said, because every child has its his or her own thought process, and imagination and the visions are totally different. Every child's psychology is different, and being teachers, it's very, very important. And because you are the basic laying the foundation of the children's the future, right? And whatever you lay the foundation, that's what they will have in their mind as they grow. And that's a very important role. In fact, that's a very, very noble thing as well. As I would say, it doesn't matter. It's because early child education is extremely, extremely important. Unlike when we grew up, we had a different early child education altogether, And I remember that when I was a child, I was like dragged into the class, which I was, not at all interested to join the school, right? So one of my uncle dragged me and he put me in the first grade, not even kindergarten or anything like that, But anyway, those days were different, and these days totally, it's a different approach. Having said that, what age limits you have to enroll the kids?
We are a preschool and we are not a
Okay.
daycare. So we are a preschool and
Okay.
we cater the kids ages 2 to 6. We
2 to
offer
6.
various different programs for the kids. We have half day program, which is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we have full day, which is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that is what we are catering in the current academic year. For the next year, we are planning to extend up to 5 p.m.
Okay,
with
but
study and play as well.
but the age limit is 2 years to 6 years only, or you also take beyond 6 years?
No, 2 years to
2 to 6 years.
yes.
Okay, so how? I know that you mentioned about the time, but having so many kids between that age, right? And how challenging it is for you people to manage the kids, because there are all types of kids, right? I mean, talking, and they will be, I don't call it as gossiping, they will be like screaming, or they will be, yelling at each other, or shouting or laughing, or all these things. All these, like, I won't call it as a noise. I think it is more like, I would call it as some kind of a sound, right? Which is a mixed sound of different variations that you find. So how the day begins for you guys? Oh my God, again I stepped into this, and
No
now.
2 days are same. No 2 days are same. That is the exciting part of the
Yeah.
teaching.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
kind of you come in, you plan something. Sometimes as teachers, we may have to we plan certain things, but then depending on the kids' response, kids' mood, you have to quickly change it. So we use a lot of transitions to get their attention and make sure they learn. And you know what? Sometimes we will be loud. We act out loud as well, so that they calm down and they listen to you. Sometimes we use various techniques. I mean, there's no one or two techniques
Correct,
that
correct.
we follow.
Yeah,
And
I know. Yeah.
depending on the kids' emotion, kids' nature,
Yeah, yeah.
we plan, but we change it as and when it is required. And when
Yes.
you set up a routine, the kids pretty much follow the routine. They
Routine.
know what to expect next. And
Yeah.
when you set up all those expectations, as you said, it won't look like a noise. It is more of a fun activity.
Fun activity.
The kids needs to be engaged constantly.
Yes.
If you give a low time, that is when all these noises come. When you plan and keep them engaged throughout the day, you don't see that at all.
Yes,
And
yes.
to add on to it, our ratios are very small, our class
Okay.
ratio. So every two teachers, I mean, it varies from twos, threes, and our pre-K. And our twos, we just cater only 12 kids with two teachers. So imagine how much attention each one is getting.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and so that way the more focus will be on each child. And as Ms. Veena mentioned, the transition timing. So all our activities are not more than 10 to 15 minutes. So they
Oh,
need
okay.
more. Like small kids, they cannot sit and do one activity for half an hour.
No.
So even when they come in, and we talked about routine, so that is how we stand out, or we are different than the traditional Montessori school. So we have
Okay.
set routine, even though, I mean, and also with that, we have different activities for them to explore, but then teacher kind of helps in certain way where to guide them. That way it is kids led, but with teachers inputs. So they have both of, I mean, best of both worlds.
Best of
So
both
they have
worlds.
their own time for exploring, and they have set times where it's teacher driven or teacher led. That way each child gets the learning done with the fun part added to it.
So that's what my question was. You already answered, because how different your school from rest of the schools, in and around. That was I was about to ask. You already answered. That's very nice. And is it like related to any specific community only, or it's open for any child who wants to enroll?
It is. It's open for the whole public here. I mean, we
Entire
respect
community.
every single person, irrespective of their religion. or
Background,
So
background, and
we are not
ethnicity.
religious school. We are
Yeah.
open to public. We cater to every community that is living around in this area.
So how difficult it is for you to handle, different ethnic background kids that they come, because I know that kids are kids, it doesn't matter. But again, hearing from you would definitely be more comfortable.
We treat them as, I mean, every individual is respected, and we treat them as human being, no matter what they're. In fact, we even teach multiculturalism so that children develop tolerance amongst each other.
Yeah.
We may have different color hair, we may have different color skin, we don't have, but we all have similar, similarities as
Approach
well.
and
We have
yeah.
eyes and ears to hear. So
Yeah.
we treat them very respectfully. And that is what makes us stand out. Respect everybody, treat everybody as how you have to be treated as. And
Absolutely.
that is what we follow here in Learning Cube. It is to give the best learning experience for that, no matter what their background is.
So when you, that's a fantastic, approach, I would say. So when you organize or you engage the kids in different activities, like we saw about the space thing you're teaching. So like that, call some other external people. So do the kids get excited by that?
Definitely. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And every month or every other month, we have planned a activity from where people are from community come to school, because we don't do field trips, but we get them for like the same experience in school. So it starts off in like September. We have Grandparents Day where grandparents could come, and we even connected with the grandparents out of country.
Uh-huh.
Like how we are doing this, grandparents could see their kids on Zoom,
Right.
and they had that fun. Then October is fire safety month, and then again we have dental visit. The tooth fairy comes in February. Then we have like towards end of the year, we have a lot of like recently last week we had foam and bubble party for the kids where they come to our school. They had so much fun with the bubble and foam party.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, so we get the community to school.
Engage in
and also
that.
we encourage if anybody wants to come and read a book to us and things like that.
Parent volunteers.
Parent volunteers.
Okay.
It was little slow during the COVID because we were very heavy.
Yeah. Yes.
But now we have opened up, and we want to do more of community involvement, getting people from the community to talk to the kids, their different experiences and things like that going forward.
वेरी नाइस। दर्शकों को बताऊं कि ये इतने सारे एक्टिविटीज बता रहे थे, उसमें से एक एक्टिविटी मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूं। ये फायर मार्शल्स को बुला के वो फायर ट्रक के बारे में या वो किड्स को जो है फायर ट्रक के बारे में उनको थोड़ा सा एक्टिविटी बताना, उनको उसके बारे में समझाना। एक छोटा सा क्लिपिंग देखते हैं आइए।
Burning you. What you want to do is you want to stop. Stop what you're doing.
Freeze.
All right. We're going to drop down to the ground. Yep. Drop down to the ground.
Yeah, lay
All the
down.
way down. All the way down.
All the way down flat.
Lay down all the
Good
way.
job, Rayhan.
There you go. Then you're going to cover your head and roll.
Can you roll?
Can you roll for me?
Cover your face. Yeah, you can cover your face like this. You want to
firefighters that look like this, you want to go to, okay? All right.
Yeah, we're here to help.
All right. Yeah, we'll be like All righty. So now we're going to dress down. He's going to show you that he's still firefighting marks. We're going to take all this stuff off. That way you know if you see a firefighter in all this gear, there's no reason to be scared.
Yeah,
you want to go to him, okay? Out away from him. And that's why he wears this to protect his ears and his neck. Every piece of skin that he has is covered right now, protected from the fire and smoke. All the way up to the mask. It protects his face and helps him breathe clean air.
Whoa, look, so many things.
What was his name again? I keep forgetting.
What's his name? Yay! They got it.
He wrote all that stuff off. Left in the house is going to be down low. So if y'all are somewhere where it's really smoky, you want to try to stay low. And you want to, yeah, just like that. Good job. Yeah. And you want to try to get out of the house.
Yep.
So when do we go back in the house?
Never.
We don't go back in the house.
As
as soon as you're out of the house, you stay out of the house. The firefighters will be there, your parents will be out there, and you stay out of the house. You don't go back into your cat, your dog, your toys, nothing. We go in for all that.
That's an incredible job, I could say, that you people have introduced these kind of activities, because it's extremely important at that age, for the kids to understand. They must be watching on the road while they are, in the car, some fire truck going beside their car. They must be wondering what exactly it is, the big vehicle carrying big hoses and everything. And right now they are experiencing it themselves. That will be definitely engraved in their mind or in their brain forever, I would say. I think that's incredible job. Hats off to you, both of you. And beautiful comments are coming also, from our viewers. They're liking it a lot, the show, and also it's a fantastic topic. They are saying thank you very much for all the viewers to watch this. Coming to these activities, what is the specials coming on now in the summer? Do you have any summer camps or anything that, because since the beginning of summer is happening now, so you must be having summer camps, I guess.
Yes. We right now for 2 weeks we are closed because we just ended on Friday the academic year, and then our summer camp starts on June 5th, and it goes all the way up to July 21st. Totally 6 weeks. And we have three different actually, I could say, camps going on now. For ages 2 to 5, we have something called themed camps, where every week they learn about different theme. So it starts off on June 5th with the princess, superheroes, then pirates, then we have some sports adventure, camping. So every week it's different. And for kids who are going to kindergarten, we have a different camp called Kindergarten Readiness Camp. So which makes sure it's like a recap of whatever they learned the entire year in pre-K in just 6 weeks, so that they'll be way more than ready when they go to kindergarten. So it will cover all whatever they learn in language arts, math, art, then science, social studies. We touch base on every topic, and that is a different camp. And we also have virtual enrichment camp for living all around US, and they can join this. This is more of one-on-one program. So a teacher engages the child half an hour, and it depends on what the child can, what their level is. So it's not a set curriculum, it's self-paced. Even though we have a curriculum, it's self-paced. So for example, if the child is a quick learner, they kind of proceed faster with it. So it starts off with phonics, math, and reading. So we focus, that's virtually done. So a teacher is completely engaged just for this camp. So we have three different camps. And summer camp, as I said, it's even though it's the timings the same, 3 hours, 9:30 to 12:30, but then kids will be engaged in lot of hands-on, whatever you saw in the clippings. It's that kind where they do a lot of hands-on, a lot of experiments, a lot of dress up, because we have princess and superhero. We have Disney theme where they can dress up as their Disney characters, do some act, sing, dance, all that. So that's
very nice.
And next year, maybe Ms. Veena can say our programs for next year.
Yeah, I mean, so the way we divide the program is, for our 9 to 12 program, we do a regular preschool, which focuses on the whole child development. That includes social emotional skills, their literacy skills, the cognitive skills, the physical development, and things like that.
Wow.
And then the enrichment program is basically giving them phonological awareness and things like that. So we focus on phonics, math, and writing. So we believe when we teach writing the right way from the very beginning, it helps them in their progress down the age.
Okay.
And then, of course, we are continuing our virtual enrichment which focuses on our phonics, math, and writing again. But then all of this, as we said, even the enrichment in person is all self-paced. So one child who has progressed very quickly will not be this doing same activity as the other one. It
Other
is
one.
very personalized and it is completely developed by us.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Very
not a
nice.
standard curriculum that you get across in the metroplex.
It's more like customized.
That we
Customized.
have developed, um, adapting the best practices that has worked for the kids. So
Wow.
that we both are in teaching, we have learned through our teaching experiences over the ages. So it's like, hey, you know what? Let us bring it here. Our kids are learning. They're able to read simple sentences as well. So,
Right, right.
and
Very
it's
nice.
very, very interesting to see how child grows and then how I'm like, they come with nothing. They would not even be recognizing the letters and they live reading sentences, which is very
Yeah. Very, very satisfying and very encouraging, I would say, for yourself as well, being a
We are
teacher.
enrolling for next year, for August. It starts in August.
The fall, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will be open through summer, so parents are welcome to come in for a tour. Make them know we have some special offers going on. So if they enroll like by certain
Yes.
date, they'll get the registration 50% off, and they also get the first month free. We have a lot of options depending on what you want to choose. And this year we have introduced 9 to 5 also, which we call it as extended day because some working parents requested that.
Yeah.
That way they will have that extra 3 hours. Once we are done at 2, then 2 to 5, they will have that extra time, like a downtime. They nap. It's not nap, they have like a quiet time and followed by a snack, outside time. And then parents are welcome to pick them up when they're done with their work. So that way it will give some more extra flexibility for parents who are working like full time.
So when you have these kids, there can be some kids who are, a little bit, we call in Hindi, shaitan bacche, like very, like they're always doing something, naughty things, right? So is it difficult to control such kids, or how do you manage?
No, we use positive reinforcement as a discipline technique here.
Okay.
So most of the time we redirect them, we give them choices. So it's kind of, there are multiple techniques that we can adapt to engage the child and discipline the child. And so that is what we do here. There is no
timeout.
There is no timeout. There is no
punishment or anything.
No, there's no punishment. So we give, whenever you give an ownership for a child, they want to be the owners. So giving them the choice makes them, it is their choice and you are not forcing that. So they obviously listen to you.
And always we give only 2 choices. So it shouldn't be like a very broad for them.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, if a child doesn't want to sit in particular spot or particular chair or whatever, we just give them 2 choices. We just say you can sit here or you can stand. Only 2 choices. So I mean, that's when they kind of figure out, okay, I don't have anything else. I have to pick one of the 2. So that's when they decide. And some of the kids, you're talking about the kids who are like naughty and wild, but these kids who are sensitive and they cry and don't get something, we have that kind of kids. So where we do something called star breath, we stop, take a deep breath, and that helps a lot. And that is like, which we call social emotional. We introduce right from day one. Teachers we cannot introduce them when they're crying. So we introduce that during when they're calm, during circle time, during when they're learning. So that way, they need to identify their emotions, which is very important. In these days, they don't know. I mean, they're sad, but they have to let us know why they're sad, or have to understand that it's an emotion okay to be sad, okay to be mad, okay to be angry. So we just acknowledge them. We just say, okay, you are sad.
Also, we have a mascot called Zoe
Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
kids connect up very quickly with the soft toys or something like that. So we do have a mascot in our school as Zoe, who is a learning buddy, and
Mm-hmm.
he kind of grows with the kids. So it could be separation anxiety, it could be like having a friend, it could be sharing issues. So for every incident, Zoe is kind of a helper, and he kind of grows with everybody. And every child who gets enrolled into Learning Cube Academy gets a Zoe.
Yeah, they get a soft.
Wow.
I can show it to you if you're
Yes,
interested.
yes, please do. Please do. Yeah, that's very, that,
Everybody gets Zoe, and right from the beginning, we introduce Zoe in the classroom for them. So, so they sing hello to Zoe. They know who is Zoe. So if they're sad, it gets to a point where they just go grab and they hold Zoe and they know. So this is our mascot.
oh, he looks, yeah, Zoe looks very cute. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
I
very
want-
cuddly. He's
I
very
want to,
helpful.
I want to hold him too. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Visitors, and you will get to see this.
Yes,
Yes. I'll be the teacher one of the days. Sure.
definitely.
Yeah. I will read some stories for your kids.
Definitely, we would love it.
Yeah. So, Zoe is very cute. Okay, so we are almost coming to an end of the show. 1 hour, just past flies like that. I don't understand that. And there's so many things to learn from you two. You both are really brilliant mind, I would say, and you're putting a lot of your mind to bring different things to the children development, I would say, and their mind, their growth, because it is not an easy task to bring positive things in a child's mind between the age of 2 and 6 years. It is not an easy thing. Okay. I mean, people like us who are grown up also, it is so difficult to make them understand. I mean, you talk about the kids 2 to 6 years, that's incredibly, you're doing fantastic job. And लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी, दर्शकों को बताओ, हमारे प्लेनो एरिया में या डैलस एरिया में जो भी है, डेफिनेटली आप लर्निंग क्यूब एकेडमी में जाके चेक करिए, मीट चैत्रा एंड वीणा, अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दे हैव टू ऑफर यू फॉर योर समर कैंप हुआ या अपना फॉल, अभी नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए भी उनका एडमिशन ओपन है, स्टार्ट हो रहा है या स्टार्ट हो गया है. And please do check with them. I think they have brilliant plans. They have brilliant ideas to secure your children's future. I would say that. And definitely you have to check them out. And thank you, Chaitra. Thank you, Veena, for sharing your experience, sharing your school activities with us, with our viewers of Bharat Anveshan. So this is what Bharat Anveshan is all about. We bring the unique people on our show who have huge wealth of talent, huge wealth of intelligence, the brilliant approach they have towards the life. And it's the life of children, they are the future of the country, or any country for that matter, right? Wherever they grow and become whatever they are, you are building a huge foundation for them. So I wish you both a very, very huge success in your upbringing these children's future, and for Learning Cube Academy. Definitely one of these days I'm going to pay a visit and be a reader for your kids for sure, definitely. And I wish you very, very all the best and good luck to you both. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. It was our pleasure. Thank
And
you.
you have anything to say to the viewers, please go ahead.
Thank you.
Please visit our website www.lcaplano.com and reach out to us at 972-905-5994. And we will be more than happy to schedule a visit, a tour, show the school around, and talk about our philosophies and our motto. And our motto is to give the best learning experience for the children, and the lifelong learning begins here.
Thank you very much. Thank you again. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you all. दर्शकों को भी मैं thank you बोलना चाहता हूँ. अगले संडे एक और इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सनालिटी के साथ हम आ रहे हैं, एंड शी इज मेकिंग ह्यूज डिफरेंस इन वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट. प्लीज कीप ट्यूनिंग इन. भारत अन्वेषण आपके लिए राजीव कुलकर्णी, ओनली ऑन संडेज. थैंक यू अगेन.
चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. बस यूं ही तुम गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. प्यार करते करते हम तुम कहीं खो जाएंगे, इन्हीं बहारों के आंचल में ढक के सो जाएंगे. प्यार करते करते हम तुम कहीं खो जाएंगे, इन्हीं बहारों के आंचल में ढक के सो जाएंगे. सपनों सजाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर, और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर. बीच राह में दिलबर बिछड़ जाए कहीं हम मगर, और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर. हम बुलाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. रोते हंसते बस यूं गुनगुनाते रहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. जुबा खामोश रखो, कुछ बातें इनको कहने दो। जुबा खामोश रखो, कुछ बातें इनको कहने दो। जो राज दिल में है उस दिल में ही रहने दो। जो राज दिल